Hi, my name is Brandon, and I'm an alcoholic and addict in recovery. One of the things that I look for in programs of recovery is where are there similarities? Because whenever I see similarities between different programs of recovery, it's usually an indication that there's something important to pay attention to there. And I was looking at This Naked Mind by Annie Grace this morning and the final chapter in the book. And she talks about the importance of paying it forward, of helping others. And that is one of the most important steps of the program of Alcoholics Anonymous as well. The last step of AA reads, having had a spiritual awakening as the result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to all alcoholics and to practice these principles in all of our affairs. And so seeing that similarity, I think, highlights the importance of once you have found sobriety and are in recovery from addiction, it's important to start to try to pass that on to other people. Not force it on to other people, but pass it on to other people. And here are a couple of the things that Annie Grace says about this. First, she says, by solving our own problems with alcohol or drugs, we will have the mental capacity, the internal love, and the drive to solve the world's problems. They say peace begins at home, and your truest home is inside yourself. And I can vouch for this and say that, when I entered into recovery and I started feeling more whole and started feeling more healthy in terms of not only my physical self, but my mental self, that's when not only did I feel capable of helping other people, but I actually had the desire to help other people. And I wanted other people to experience what I had experienced. I had gone from a place where I really didn't want to be alive to a place where I was embracing life and all its problems and challenges and felt like it was good, felt like what I was going through and what I had been through was all for good reasons. And I wanted other people to feel that as well, that sense of contentment with where I was in life. Then the next thing she says is there is incredible power in giving to someone else the gift you have been given in helping someone be free. It is amazing and life-affirming thing to help another person. And believe me, there are a lot of people that out there who need help from alcoholism and addiction. And a lot of those people, we have to remember where we were in our addiction in order to better help those who are still there. One of the phrases that's said a lot is that we reach back into the fire to get those who are still in the burning building. And that's really been important to me. I like to work with a local recovery center in order to host meetings and help out however I can, because it's the center that I went to, and it means a lot to me to see other people come out of that situation with the same support system that I feel like I had, that I feel like was a huge part of my success thus far in recovery. And the last thing that she says that I'll read is, helping other people is one of life's great secrets of happiness. Compassion is actually quite selfish. The Dalai Lama said in a TV interview on ABC News, the practice of compassion is ultimately to benefit you. So I usually say we are selfish, but be wise selfish by helping others, rather than foolish selfish by only helping yourself. And I spent so much of my life being foolish selfish. I helped myself at the expense of other people, and I did things to further my agenda because I had somehow learned in life that that was the appropriate thing to do. And when I went through the steps of AA and when I really started to get involved in helping other people, I realized that, it's much more important for me to think about the world as us rather than think about the world as me and them. And this helps with even little things that pop up. I got upset with a friend who had done something, and I'm not going to get into the details. I got upset with a friend yesterday. And this morning, when I woke up, I realized I was thinking about it in terms of what he had done to me and not thinking about it in terms of his perspective and the perspective of someone else who was involved, and then the perspective of the people around them. And once I started to think about the perspectives of everybody and that we were all trying to accomplish the same thing, that's when I realized, you know what, there's nothing to be upset about. I need to be grateful for what I have, and then I need to just enjoy the time I'm spending with these people. So that perspective that we really are all just one community trying to figure this out, trying to get through life, and that we can be helpful to other people. That's a huge part of my recovery. And I think that helping others and trying to reach out to those who are still in need is by far one of the most rewarding experiences that I've had in recovery, and it's one of the things that keeps me sober. So that is it for This Naked Mind. I enjoyed the book, although there are some places where I completely disagree with what she said. I also think she says that she's developed a completely unique approach to recovery, and I don't think this is completely unique. There's a lot of the 12 steps in this book, and so I'm always, anytime anyone says I've come up with something new and innovative and completely unique, I'm always a little bit hesitant to buy into that, just because usually we're borrowing from something, even if we don't want to admit it. And I think there's a lot of similarities between the method she talks about here and the method of the 12-step. It might be a more modern approach, but there's a lot of similarities. Next book is Recovery 2.0 by Tommy Rosen. This is a book that she actually cites on multiple occasions in This Naked Mind, and so I'll be checking this out tomorrow. Tommy Rosen is the founder and host of the Recovery 2.0 Beyond Addiction online conference series, one of the pioneers in the burgeoning field of yoga and recovery. He holds advanced certifications in both Hatha and Kundalini yoga and has 23 years of recovery from acute drug addiction. Looking forward to this book. It really does look like a very interesting take on a new way to think about the 12-step programs. So looking forward to that. In the meantime, have a good day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more.